So we now have Legacy of the Great Ones event up, right? This is probably value-wise, probably the best of the regular rotating events, at least as far as like what you get out of money spent. Might not say it's as good as the pet event because the pet event I think is just more useful because it's pets. But I mean, as terms for what you get for emerald spent or resource spent, I mean, you get these artifact chests which you can claim for orange materials, right? Like I said, so you get the high end materials for these, which is actually really good because these are really fairly rare. And artifact chests aren't exactly cheap, right? And you won't get a whole lot of these just by opening these, and they cost a lot of money, right? So, I think this is a pretty good event as far as value goes. So you have your basic stuff. You have your login every day. You have open artifact chests, right? Just 12, so that's pretty easy. Just do your daily keys. You can get those 12. Reach VIP level 5. That's nothing. Called Get Souls. Like this could be a good event. Like if you have like some of these like soul chests and stuff, or like even demon dolls, like stuff that have souls in them. Um, like demon dolls have souls in them. Those have souls in them. Uh, these scenes, like the hero soul chest, these scenes. This could be a good event to claim these because there's a lot of six said. Because you get a lot of those orange chests for those. And orange chests, like I said, trying to get all those resources to evolve your artifacts kind of hard to get. So I do think this could be a good event to claim some of those if you have a lot of that kind of those resources sitting around. Business mindset. So this is need 65,000 emeralds to get all those, but you can get a lot of artifact coins and chaos cores. It's very top heavy, so if you don't plan on spending that many emeralds, you might want to just pass on this one and just do the others, right? And just try for the matte chests. But the begin 18 expedition, that's pretty easy. Spending energy, 13k, like that's not too hard. Like, and this is an event I do think it's worth it because you just get all these flawless artifact mats, this is pretty good value because it costs you a lot more emeralds to get them. Opening chests, opening outland chests, pretty easy. Only need 70. Right, so this is like I said, right. I wouldn't recommend. I mean, if you have emeralds, it's okay to spend them here. But we do have Spooky Fest coming up in about 3 weeks. We also have the Asgard theme going to come up real soon. Like I'm not sure when, but that's going to come up really soon as well. So you probably want to hold on some emeralds. But if you do, like I said, if you really need the artifact mats, or you really need the chaos cores, this could be a good event for that. But I do recommend opening at least to the 90s on this, maybe the 200s. Try to get some of those artifact material chests, like because you do want those orange and mats that you can trade down to violet ones. I'll show you just a second. We finish opening these to the 200. Right, so you can trade down the orange mats for violet materials. I would recommend like trying not to trade them down too much. Right, when you're trading down artifacts, right, you can trade down artifacts to the one below. Like, see, you can exchange. So you can change orange to violet and violet to blue. Right, and blue to green and green to gray. I would not recommend exchanging stuff down to green or gray because that stuff's really common. You'll end up with plenty of that stuff, right? Like in the long run, like look how many of I have on those. You just end up with so much of that stuff. These are all way low. Can't really show you one that's because it's the low stuff. But the violets and orange stuff, like you will always want more. So I do recommend holding on to that because you do run out of that stuff. Like. But yeah, get lots of greens and grays. I do recommend that the chaos cores are fairly hard to get. Right, even after 2 years, I still have a lot of heroes that don't have max artifacts. There's a lot of things that are easier to max than artifacts. Like you need a lot of resources. So this is a good event. Like I said, this could be a good one to try to do some of these quests for. I do recommend at least doing the outland chests because those ones are fairly cheap. Doing energy could be like these ones, they should be, but the energy ones, I do think, like I said, if you don't have a lot of, like I said, if you want to save your emeralds for Spooky Fest and there'll probably be a big event for when they launch Asgard, I do recommend saving arrows. But I mean, value-wise though, Legacy of the Grey Ones is probably for value you get for emeralds and resources spent is probably the best of the regular rotating events, at least as far as value goes. right? I mean, if you're like a hero specialist, you really want to focus on heroes, you need artifacts. This is a pretty good event to spend on. They also have these artifact chest things, or like so you could buy. You can buy these bundles. These are actually pretty good value too, right? So you can get 20 cores and 30 of those flawless chests plus 10k artifact coins. These are not bad bundles, right? Like if you have extra cash and you just don't mind buying them, you can buy some of this stuff directly during this event. Like when I was a new player, these bundles didn't exist. Like I probably would have bought like a bundle like this when I was a newer player, right? I don't, like I said, I've kind of don't need a lot of this stuff anymore. I have plenty of this stuff now. But if you're a newer player and you're still trying to do artifacts for your main team, like these kind of bundles or doing this event is pretty good value. I do think this is, like I said, the best way to get your artifacts up. And I do think some of these bundles could be valuable, worth it. Don't want to get talk too much because it's just, like I said, right, even just buying like 20 or 50 chaos cores and stuff aren't too bad. But yeah, hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you for watching.